Hi, how are you?
I am here!
Marbles right now. Wahahaha. So the raid train will be coming in about 23 minutes. And I kind of want to wait till the train comes in before I start the game. So I'm over at Marbles. But, hi Reina, Celia, Mars, Pokepox, Ness, anyone else out there? I'm planning on just doing a little Marbles with people until the train arrives. I debated for a bit which way I wanted to go, and I could spend the first 20-some minutes going through some of the extras. But I also figured it might not be the worst idea to just go through everything, explain what the game is first, and why I love it when I actually start playing. It's a dine! Oh. Does mean I need to try to sing for Dine. How dare? How dare what? What'd I do? Love you too. Let's see. Hi, my name is Haru. And it's nice to meet you. Have you actually played Itadaki Street before, Dine? Or do you just know of it because I've ranted about it before? Yeah, I'm going to be showcasing tonight, finally, the game. The Retro Gamers Club has a raid train going on in my slots in about 20 minutes. Have a good lurk, Umbra. You shall watch the VOD. Fair. You'll want to start about... Actually... Should have just waited to go live on YouTube for 30 minutes. Whatever. Yeah, I'll probably maybe even edit this down a bit to just explaining what it is, showcasing it more. I honestly don't know how long this game's going to take without fast-forwarding. I usually play this fast-forward the whole time. But if anyone wants to get on marbles, it's !play. I was just going to do some marbles until we got started. It's currently just Celia and myself in here. There's some people. There's some graces going. How did your Sonic Crossroads go, Dine? I know you were doing that. I was lurking that some. Looks like our record here is over 3 minutes. This course apparently takes a while. Wait, good? That's good. Good to know. I could sell ya. There's just one problem. And I mean, I could just do custom music from the beginning. It does not appear that I can actually alter sound or music levels while the game is going. I can only do it on the main menu. So I could plan from the get-go to be doing custom music. I do have like some Final Fantasy soundtracks around. Celia's out, Boogeyman's out. Yeah, I'm sitting with the game already set up, ready to unpause as soon as I'm ready to go. As I figured people would have fun watching the opening movie to it, too. Hi, Darcy. Bow, bow. We're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm finally gonna showcase Itadaki Street. Just waiting for the raid trade to get in. I'm getting on early, letting people realize I'm on, come hang out some. I did actually test it earlier and then play an entire game earlier, which honestly would have been a good one for the stream because it went poorly, but I still won. And hi, Pancake. Hope you're doing well. But it was a good time redoing that so I could refresher course myself on things I would need to explain. Because the game at core is Monopoly, but there's a lot of extra little things going on, which is why it's actually a good game instead of Monopoly. Yeah, I've been hanging out with the raid trait all day, and everyone else doesn't have to take much time to explain their games. They're pretty straightforward. Mine's a board game with a bunch of rules, so I gotta actually explain it some. Are you sneak by, Alex? You are! Hey, Elsa. I am doing well. I hope you are, too. Alex finished with a pretty good time. Beat the previous record. Ness is slightly in front of Evie's previous record. You have a slot in about 24 hours, Darcy? Right? Or is it further out still? I can't remember when it was. Or is it all the way, like, near the end on Tuesday? Yeah, it's just me tonight. V was planning on maybe doing something tonight. Oh, looks like V's actually maybe alive now. I don't know if she's planning on doing anything. Hi, V. Yep, this is a late stream. Oh no, it's all good. I imagine we'll do another one at some point, and I could have probably told you all a little bit better. Alex, you won uncontested. Play to join. As I just figured this would be a good way to kill some time and make sure that I could just do the explanation for Itadaki Street all in one go. I'll recover it when the raid train actually comes in. But Itadaki Street has been a go-to game of mine to play as a wind down for over a decade now. Because this one's originally from the PS2, but I didn't learn about it until much later. And then the current translation patch I'm using released in 2021 and doesn't have everything translated. But it has all the important stuff translated. Itadaki Street, which I'm playing tonight, is actually a board game, effectively Monopoly, but with a lot more going on. I'll be explaining it as I play. Hey, Shilly. Hope you're doing well. So if you do know Fortune Street is the branded or rebranded version for the US and the only mainline series that got released on the Wii. That being said, Itadaki Street, the one I'm playing, was for the PS2, and it's got a number of differences from the Wii version. Even though it came out earlier, I consider Itadaki Street the superior one. In fact, I still consider the PS2 version the superior one to anyone that came after it so far. And that's because the PS2 version has an exclusive extra mode to it. But also, I think having Final Fantasy characters is just better than Mario characters. Because it also means we get some Final Fantasy music to go along with it. Yeah, anyone that knows any of this is going to know Fortune Street on the Wii. If you didn't know Fortune Street at all, I will also note the modding community for Fortune Street on the Wii is actually decent. There's 2 separate Fortune Street mod stuff that's out there that has like 100+ different maps on there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who all knows of Fortune Street in general, because it did have a small following. But those that do probably did not know that most of the Itadaki Street releases are Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest instead. The reason Dragon Quest isn't everyone is Itadaki Street is actually made by the same person that made the Dragon Quest series, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a lot of little systems to learn. But if you know Monopoly, it's not too bad. It kind of falls into the category of Bayara. Games I like in general, where it's kind of easy to learn, but hard to master. Ooh, Celia, nope. I am surprised how many people know Fortune Street, though. Yep. We'll get into it properly, but yeah, there's an entire stock system. And there are multiple layers to that stock system to learn to actually abuse and get advantage over the computer. Oh, nice. I guess you just get to sit here while the rocks go? There they go. Yeah, one of my favorite ways... I've actually really not played much Itadaki Street versus people. How I usually play it is either as an unwind by myself or with my best friend, where we just take turns controlling the one-player character. Hi, Fragmented Waffle. And the real plus to that one is if we lose, we can blame each other. Yeah, Celia's watched Jasper and myself play it before. These rocks are really just stopping you, and no one else is giving you real competition. Oh, Darcy's coming. Hope Darcy times this well. Nope. Vivi didn't time it well either. Darcy got off to the best start, though? Or maybe Vivi. This is going to be close. Oop, Vivi hit the pole. Darcy gets in. Vivi actually came in third. Alright, we got time for one more race before I get ready for the raid. Absolutely, V. Honestly, if you don't know Itadaki Street, but you like Monopoly in any way at all, I think you're going to fall in love with this game very quickly. The biggest problem Fortune Street had was because of the Mario characters and the board, it looks way too much like a Mario Party game, where there is technically 4 mini games in the game for the chance, but it is not a mini game focused game. It is an actual board game. All right, going in 20. But I am excited to be able to showcasing this, especially on the raid train. Thing you've loved. I always wanted to showcase Fortune Street, or Itadaki Street, both of them really, but always wanted to wait until I had more people that show up and be interested in it. That's fair, Yara. And yeah, one of the things for me, though, is I'm usually playing at about 400 speed. That is one of the tougher parts about playing on this game on proper hardware, because I have it on Wii, PS2, PSP, and PS4. I've imported all of them. Well, Wii I bought locally, because that one got released. And the funny part is, after playing so much of the PS2 version, I can actually play the PS4 version with just a single cheat sheet, because I know how the game runs so well. I don't need it to be in English. Alright, appreciate it. You seem safe. That was less safe. There's only 2 of us left, huh? Or... Yep, you're still in it. You might be the only one? Waffle's still okay for now. And that's it. This is your race to lose, Gene. And Gene got it. Yeah, unfortunately, Ness, that was also my last one because the raid train should be coming in soon. No, pause. Very. That being said, I'll greet the raid train properly, but we're going to get the video going for the people that got here a little early for the intro video. Pause. This is louder than it should be. My music settings not safe. Oh yeah, they probably didn't save because I didn't resave it. That's fine, I can readjust it. I'll just turn it down here for now.
Hydration check.
Thank you for the hydrations.
Maintain perfect posture. Check.
Yes, for some reason they decided to go with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star as the opening. Pain is in this as well. Alright, I need to fix some settings real quick. You need to be around here. And then my game can go back up to around here. Like, honestly, I should have maybe started a fresh save because of stuff. I'm gonna go with this for background music right now. Like, this doesn't have Smash Brothers amount of songs, but it does have a good amount of songs here. Unfortunately, there's no jukebox version, so each map has their own song. And that means the bunch of maps have their own music, which is fun. Yeah, the Man with the Machine Gun's a very solid song. This is what I was sitting on before I started. I'm like, yeah, I should have just have this song on repeat for a half hour during stuff. let's see. What other ones? Just makes you want to play Final Fantasy more. Here you go, V. I know you like Final Fantasy V a lot. Sadly, we've got nothing from 6. Big bridge? Big bridge! There we go. The raid train has shown up. I do not actually remember what Azure was playing. It was some game in Japanese. But welcome in, raid train. I don't think we have any Final Fantasy VI characters, unfortunately. I'll have to check. But hopefully the rest of your stream went well. Oh yeah, the opening video song is not good. For some reason, all the good music is back here. Yes, lovely to see the raid train in. For anyone that doesn't know, and just getting in, I should actually jump over to this screen for just a moment. Twitch has a Retro Gamers Club. It also has a VTubers Club, etc. But I've met a lot of wonderful people in the Retro Gamers Club. And shortly after the Retro Gamers Club was founded, Hannah and a few other people, we were all talking and we're like, we should do some sort of event. And hi, Jaded. And hi, Stabby. And ultimately, we landed on a raid train, but everyone was busy for so long that it got pushed back to, well, February here. And then we're like, well, February has Valentine's Day. So eventually, I think it was Hannah, or maybe it was someone else, landed on the idea of not only games we love, but overlooked games that we love. So this entire raid train is full of games that you probably won't know, or if you do know, you probably are one of the few that know it. The game I'm showcasing today, the full title, is Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest in the Itadaki Street Special. It's actually the 20th or 25th? I think it's the 25th. I think this one's the 25th, the PSP's the 30th, the PS4 is the 35th, and if we're lucky, we'll have a new title this year. But basically, this game is Monopoly, but with a lot more going on. I'll actually get back here. This is all captured right. Yeah, it's Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. So, I'm gonna do the base tournament in a little bit, but I might as well start off with showing off the free play stuff. Yeah, I can't remember the last few. I haven't quite unlocked everything. I delete my save data to this game from time to time and then just restart it. But there's only so many letters, so the translation had to do with various stuff. I obviously have upscaling stuff on. I have this physically for the PS2, but I have no good way to capture my PS2, and I also wouldn't be able to play this in English and play on the PS2. Yep, someday pancake. But there you go. There's Pain, Vivi. And then there's also Vivi. Okay, I didn't even remember that. The Vivi one? A little. So, I'm not going to stick with this, but you'll see all the characters have different ranks. The ranks will change how those characters play. So, the D rank characters typically will only buy small amounts of stock and invest and whatnot, and usually aren't too aggressive, while the S rank characters tend to play stupid hard. But the reason I'm in this one right now is just because I wanted to showcase all the maps real quick. So, Monopoly. It's a square board. You go in one direction. Yeah. And thank you for the raid earlier, Dine. I hope you get some amazing sleep, and I will see you around. You will quickly notice here, these boards, not square. This one's the closest one. This is the starting board. But we have a wide range of boards, and some of them have goofy mechanics. This one will send you to a place you can get trapped. This one's square-ish. Couple of them will split apart, etc. And yeah, this is a square game in that way. Like, this map will split apart. Just a decent chunk of maps. This map is giant. But, like, if we jump into the game here. Yeah, I never really thought about it, but it's weird that there's no Final Fantasy VI representation here at all. Yeah, I'm just showcasing the free play a little bit for a bigger map, and then we're going to exit out and go to the tourney properly. Because if you ever play this game, to unlock all the extra levels and whatnot, you have to go through the tournament. But, like, this is a Final Fantasy VII one, obviously. And you can hear the music in the background. So unfortunately, the text is not translated for what the characters say. The PSP fan translation patch actually does translate the text. But so, like, this one's Midgar. We're just going around. We have the Final Fantasy VII music going on. And we are able to go in a bunch of different directions. We get back to the bank. We'll be able to buy stocks. But you see the heart, the spade, the club. They are in various different positions. And you need all four of them to be able to, quote-unquote, pass go. So this one's not going to be on the map I'm playing, but the vacant properties allow you to build like one of 8 different things. Yeah, we might come back to this board. Save quick. This one's Final Fantasy VII music. But yes, it's a Final Fantasy VII board. It is Final Fantasy plus Dragon Quest here. Let's see. We're gonna go with actually any character people want to see in general or play as in general. I will take requests. I have so many heroes. Yeah, I know when I imported it many, many years ago, it was only 25 bucks or so. I can't play as Luigi. Thank you, Darcy. Reminder for anyone that feels like they're getting old, this character is only 35, if I recall right. That is a good question. I've never looked to see if there's any retro achievements. Riona? I could go with Riona. Sephiroth is the most Luigi out of the cast. Yeah, Euron here is 35 and treated like an old man. If you're a Tales of fan at all, Raven from Vesperia, or Symphony... Raven's Vesperia, right? Is also 35. So this game is Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest in Itadaki Street Special. The main reason... I was talking about it a little bit before the Raid Train came in, but the main reason why I prefer this one over any of them that came later, really, is there is a second mode that you unlock by going through this tournament stuff that plays completely differently. It adds a bunch of random effects going on the whole time, which I will probably have time to showcase that mode a little bit. I was going to start off with the actual beginning map and whatnot here. But basically, this is what if you made a good Monopoly game.
Hydration check.
Thank you for the hydrations. So there's a chance you might know the game Fortune Street or Boom Street if you're over in Europe and some other regions, as that is the single game that has ever been released. Alright, game speed. We're going to turn that up just a little bit, since we can't speak with the characters anyways. But unlike the last map, this one's a lot smaller. That in Final Fantasy VII is only 32. Yeah, I think in general, video games and anime treat anyone past their 20s as about to die in Ancient. But you'll see right away we have groupings of colors. These are basically your property regions in Monopoly. And all these buildings have different prices. We'll tell you how much rent it is. This should feel very familiar. Holiday will close all your buildings for your turn. These marks are what you need to be able to level up. And if you land on those, you'll get a chance. And we'll cover that once we actually hit that. And then Casino is the only minigame stuff in here. And Lucky allows you to get 20% rent. And we'll cover some of that later, too. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to. But yeah, as someone that enjoys both the Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy series, it is just a nice blend of characters. There are no Final Fantasy Tactics characters in this one, unfortunately. A lot of the Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest picks were PS2 focused, just because this was used to promote the PS2 games a bit. I want to say this is the 5th or 6th game in the series. Wasn't lucky enough to roll a 1 yet. So, first thing you're going to be able to see that is different from Monopoly is I don't need a Monopoly in these buildings to start investing. If I have a single property, I can invest up to half its value. If I have 2, that goes up to the full value. 3, I want to say, goes double the value. 4 goes triple. 5 quadruple. 6 quintuple. And yes, some of the maps have 6 properties in a single area. It is the 6 Itadaki Street one, I think. The series actually has been around since the Super Nintendo, I want to say. It's just never come to the US besides the Wii one. I will also note, if you are a Kingdom Hearts fan, this also might feel a little familiar if you've played Birth by Sleep. because one of the mini games in Birth by Sleep is effectively a sped up, simplified version of this game. Yep. I laughed so hard when I got to that in Birth by Sleep because I'm like, oh, this is just a simplified version of Itadaki Street. Neat. So that warping was actually really unfortunate for me. I need to get all 4 marks to level up, and now I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to have to do an extra loop to finish stuff. That being said, I can buy out some of this area. So we're going to go do that. March 21st, 1991. That would make sense. Yeah, this is the 20th anniversary then. In 2001. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Wife showed up for just a second. Sounds like I missed a costume redeem earlier, so I will do that in just a moment. We're gonna go in here and get this one too. So let me change my costume. Which means I can't get back to this one, but that's fine. Unless I force it later. But no, this is a nice love letter to both franchises. Thank you, Cornfield. Oh, this is going to showcase 2 things real quick. All right. So, Itadaki Street. This is something Monopoly doesn't have. It has a stock system. There's a lot of little nuances to this system, but at the core, whenever you pass go, or in larger maps, there's sometimes stock spots, you can buy up to 99 shares at a go in an area with stock. I can only buy 90 there. So the big thing with stock is as a area gets invested in, the stock will go up in value. So, of course, a great play is always buy a lot of stock in your own area, invest in your area, go up in value. It is also completely possible if you see someone getting in good position for Monopoly, like just having a bunch of stuff and they're going to be able to go crazy on it, to out-invest them in stock. So these stock in larger areas, when they get invested in, are getting into the $40, $50 range, no problem. And so if you see someone about to go up and you're not doing very well, what you can do is just start investing in their area. And then when they invest in their area, you make a bunch of money and ideally out-money them. I have, in fact, lost games. I lost one game of this at one point with a NPC that had 0 properties left at the end of the game. So also something with stock system worth noting right now. Whenever you buy more than 10 stocks, the stocks will raise around 10%. So what I'm looking for now is I'm not going to be investing. That stock to go up by 12 or to 12. I'll make $40 just by buying these and selling them next turn. Yeah, I just spent today doing not much. I was watching the Mighty Nine with Celia all day. And I don't know. I've been wanting to showcase this game for a lot because this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is just such a relaxing way for me to spend my time and unwind. Kind of. There's a lot of little stuff that I'm just going to slowly walk through here. again, if anyone has any questions, let me know. Now, the nice part, as you can see, I landed on the bank, which means I can, in fact, go either direction again. So I can either go here and get 20% of the rent. Oh yeah, that's one last thing with the stock I should cover at some point. Or I can go to the casino. Let's go to the casino. Alright, hot and cold. This one's simple. I just run around looking for stuff. And I get so much stuff. So, one thing about these mini games and whatnot, they scale with your level, and you get a level up every time you pass go with your marks. A lot of stuff is so much times your level. So you saw a $50 and a $1 that I got there. If I was level 2, they would have been $102. And that's true for a lot of the mini games going on. But yeah, just a little Chocobo one there. The other mini games are Chocobo Racing, a Battle Coliseum, and a Dragon Quest Searching one. Oh, and slots. There's 5 mini games. Oh, that's a lot of money already. You know, I need to go get that heart anyways. We're gonna go up here. Yeah, I think you might enjoy this at some point, Vivi. Like I said, I highly recommend this game to anyone that likes Monopoly and was looking for something of interest. One thing I haven't quite covered yet is you can see above the names, there's little markers up there. That is because, like Monopoly, this game has an end. Each map has different values that we're looking for, and it's typically 10 times your starting money. I think it's actually always 10 times your starting money. That's besides the point. So we started with 1,200 money, I want to say. So we're going to 12,000 on this map. Which won't take as long as you think, but will take hour to 3 hours, depending on the map. So this board here is the chance board. I'll be able to explain it better when I actually land on a chance spot myself. But you'll see instead of a deck, it's an entire grid there. And if you keep going in the same line, you'll actually get money bonuses. So there's bonuses to chance beyond just the effect of the card. Oh, here we go. So the NPCs will always play nice. Sometimes they go up, sometimes they go side to side. I could force side to, or up and down. But once you hit 3, you start getting 30, then 40, then 50, then 60, then 70, and then for a full line, it's 100 money. We'll just take this one. Get 100 gold from everyone as a gift. This is actually real solid to get at this point in time. Yep, Slime was almost in debt. And I will explain level up stuff, or pass and go, when I actually get to there. So, if you're ever in debt and can't pay your stuff, you can auction off properties. You will only get half the value if you auction it off after you hit debt, like if you have to pay it as a result of your roll. If you do it at the start of your turn, though, you're going up and down, and I've ruined that for one. That's annoying. Alternatively, nope. Shops. I can put a shop up for auction. Thank you for the Luigi's Mansion key. Usually these don't go for too much, but the computer will bid pretty high if it will finish off an area for 4 of a kind. You could just sell a shop to others, try to buy a shop from others, or exchange. The build here is for the vacant lots that are not on this map. Woot. I own some property on the bottom, too. Can say just in chat. Cookie check. This is the Dragon Quest one. The search. It's not uncommon to actually not get anything from this one, unfortunately. Hi. Oh yeah, and how you upgrade places. If you ever land on your own property or get a chance card for it, you are able to choose any property you own and work on upgrading it. Usually I like to buy some stock in the area before I start upgrading anything. So the shops next to Chance just lost 20% value. It would be nice if they redid Dragon Quest IX so it could do the online play easily for that one again, Vivi. 9 was on the DS, right? I wonder if that still works. I have multiple copies of 9 because Celia and I were playing it. I try to avoid it. And I'm still hitting it. Like I said, this is the beginner, simplest map. But you can already see how changing directions to avoid paying rent and whatnot makes this a lot more strategic than Monopoly. Where you just kind of hope you land in good spots. So you'll see on the bottom of this screen there's max, 9, and 10. It's because if I do 9, value won't change. But if I do 10, value will potentially be going down by 10%. Max will be up here. What I am going to do is save 10 shares here. I believe it's only 5 you need, but if there's at least 5 shares in an area, you get up to potentially 20% of the rent paid in that area, proportioned by what percentage of the shares you have. So if both me and someone else have 10 shares, we both get 10% of the rent. But that can also play a large role in earning extra money and whatnot. One of the things that this game does not... I clicked through that. When I level... Wait. I can do this again. So you can see I go to level 2 and I get $505 for pass and go. Flat bonus of 300 for this, or 100 for that. And then you'll see on the bottom there's a shop bonus. So you get so much value based on what your properties are worth. So as you own more property, invest more in your property, your level up bonus gets bigger too. With that in mind, I can only get 69 there. I want to buy up that area, but I want to level up this area too. People can't avoid this area at all. People could just trap themselves in the upper loop or bottom loop if they want to avoid this, but they can't avoid that. So we'll just get 69 for now. Can't get in the Dragon Quest games, but do want to play Ni no Kuni. Good, that game is awesome. It's Stubbly Ghibli, the game. I played some of Ni no Kuni. I did not get all the way through. I wasn't minding what I was playing. It has too many side quests, though. So, if you are a completionist, that might be a problem for you. I was trying to do all the side quests. If you can ignore side quests without much worry, I think you'll enjoy the game well enough. Yes, too many side quests. It is a ton of side quests, if I recall right. Yeah, as you can see, the chance cards have a wide range of effects. You get 10 gold per level. If she's characters weren't really grabbing you. That is fair. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop here. I don't own a lot in this area, but the way investing with stocks works is first I can put as much money as I can do, up to 999 in one go, which will include my stock values. Hi, Koneko. So I'm able to throw 360 in this, go in debt. My stock then goes up in value. So I made $276 from the stock increase, effectively. And now I get to sell my stocks to cover it, which they're going to drop back down a chunk. So my big plan here is I'm going to, again, just save 10 here. And then I'm going to start buying shares up in the other area that I have. I can't remember which Dragon Quest this is. Oh, you're asking for the game. Yeah, I heard Ni no Kuni 2 was a step down in a lot of ways. If I recall right, Studio Ghibli was not nearly as involved with the second one. Yeah, we're just talking about some, at this point, classic RPGs. Because I believe every game represented in this game at this point would be considered retro, because the PS2 in general is a retro console now. And Ni no Kuni, I think, is early enough in the PS3 lifetime that it would be retro in general, but maybe not quite. 3-6, that's my own property. 3-6. I'm just gonna go up to my own property. Because then I can just finish investing in this area and call that good for now. So people might give me some money. So the computer's gonna try to exchange, usually trying to complete some sort of area or add to it. They will always make the same offer. They will try to trade you 1-to-1, then balance out the money. The end result of that is kind of mediocre, because, like, sometimes they give you a good deal. There is one mechanic in this game I have not talked about that drastically changes stuff for Monopoly. And We'll cover what that is in just a moment, probably. But it's a reason to not trade these 90s, or trade something that's, say, worth 300 for something that's 90. This one might be cheap enough. Yeah, this one should be cheap enough. So, the mechanic I was just hinting at. Any property that you land on, you can steal for 5 times the value of the property. So, if you're trying to build up an area or just have more areas, you can just outright spend the money to steal the properties. I'm not going to steal this one because I'm actually going to work on stealing in the left side where I have 2 already. But that gives you incentive to invest in your properties that you aren't trying to level up just to try to protect them. I know I just went to ads, but I'm going to finish the thought too. I believe when you steal the property, the player gets 3 times the property value and the bank gets the last 2. I don't think we're taking this down. We got wiped out. Yeah, because of the stealing mechanic, you will sometimes want to just protect areas that people might be trying to steal. No. I don't want to be stuck here. Hey, guy. Have a good one. Hi, Darcy.
Hi,
You're so
how are
close to
you?
300 hope. I am doing so bad getting out of this zone. Right, almost through the ads. Okay, need to get to 4, not 3. Alright, I really don't want to pay the 110. Here's from chat now able to watch. Lisa, you pass on share, which might be sooner you care to admit. No, that's fair. So, since I want to try to avoid that 110, I can just go through. But I do have another reason to go across this way. Hi, Coco. Since I can only buy shares 99 at a time, if I go spend money right now, I can buy almost 99 shares in my second area before I go level up and be able to buy 99 more. So I'll have 190 some shares ready to go. Huh. My properties are of high enough value that instead of coming here to go to the bank, they both avoided this square and started going another loop. So that's going to slow them down because my property's worth enough. Hi, Sachi. Yeah, it's going alright so far. I'm getting 93 of it right now. You'll just get past it, and that's fine. Yep, Riku from Final Fantasy X. Actually, that might be her 10-2 outfit. I can't remember. We got a wide range of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest characters that are PS2 era or earlier. Like I said, I also have this on the PS4, which has an even wider range of characters. The Wii version, the PS4 version, the real nice part about those ones compared to this one is the color you are is based on your character in those ones instead of your position. So if you play multiple rounds in a row, you can start getting confused on what colors you are. Like, I'm red this time, but if I'm third player next time, I'll be blue. On the Wii and the PS4 versions, like I said, whatever character you pick, that's your color. Unfortunately, for the Wii version, playing online, you had to play as a me. Which just made me sad. I am going around this board so polarly. Yeah, depending on how this goes, I'll probably get to do a decent showcase of the secondary mode as well. Because I am explaining this as best I can right now, and hopefully people are finding this interesting. Like I said, this is just Monopoly, but better for me. There's basically nothing that they changed in this game compared to Monopoly that I think makes the game worse than Monopoly. Anyway, every change is just so much better. That's why there's been a long list of people I've been meaning to show this to for a while. Hey, a bigger number. This could be bad. Hi, Darkspine. Lovely to see you. Well, now my shares are cheaper. It's going well. So for anyone that doesn't know Dark there, they're a fellow Astro Covenant member and a wonderful artist and just a fun person to hang out with. So, as for your questions for how is it going, we're in the middle of a retro raid train. I'm alive for another, what, 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever? I'm 40 minutes into my section. And I am showcasing a game I've wanted to showcase for years now. Even before I started streaming, I was hoping that I would get enough following on Twitch or get in a position on Twitch that I could showcase this game and introduce Itadaki Street to more people. And I'm finally doing that tonight, so that is super exciting for me. I instantly decided to do this as soon as they started talking about games a lot of people don't know. So, funny you should say it reminds you of Fortune Street. Fortune Street is actually 2 entries after this. The Japanese name for Fortune Street is Itadaki Street. The European name is Boon Street. Fortune Street is the only entry that features licensed characters that has ever been localized. This has a number of features in there that the Fortune Street doesn't. Because for some reason, this is the only version of Fortune Street that, or Itadaki Street that I know that actually has the secondary mode. Hello, Hiram. A wild card. But yeah, if it's on a Nintendo
Hydration
platform, it's been Mario and Dragon Quest characters. I don't know how
Maintain
many other
perfect
ones there are
posture. Check.
on the Nintendo ones. But if it's on a PlayStation platform, it's Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest characters. So, yeah, I knew I was playing this game before Fortune Street came out. So, I've been playing this game for a while. But this is one of my favorite games to just unwind and play with. That money is going to do me a lot of good. Hey, Nix. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is basically Monopoly if Monopoly was turned into an actual good game. It's like, I've never been a super huge fan of Monopoly. I played it growing up and whatnot, but now it's really hard for me to play Monopoly anymore. So I'd rather just play this. Aw, I didn't win. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, next there's a Wear Your Stripes member. That's my stream team dedicated to bringing awareness that I'm on. That's not my own team, but the one I'm on. Dedicated to bringing awareness to chronic illnesses and just accessibility stuff in video games in general. And that is fair, Darcy. I will also still constantly argue Monopoly is a bit better of a game than most people give it credit for, just because most people play the game wrong. And hi, Misa. Misa there is another wonderful Astro Covenant member and just a wonderful person to go hang out with in general. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna go level up. Now we can go buy a bunch more here. So I could invest in this area, but we're not going to get too much value for it yet. I want to go real crazy with value there. So instead, we're going to come down and just throw some money in this one to protect it. Oh, yeah, sorry, got distracted. So the most common ways people play Monopoly wrong that I know of is people like to put money in free parking, whether that is bills you're paying or just bonus money in general, and that just makes the game longer. But also, most people don't play property stuff correctly. By Monopoly rules, if you ever land on a property that isn't owned and don't buy it, it goes up for auction. Period. And then it just goes to the highest bidder of the other players in the game. So filling out that board should go a lot faster, especially if you like run out of money on your first line or time around or second time. You're going to end up just auctioning off a bunch of properties to the other players. And it gives a little bit more flexibility towards... Alright, so we are going to big buy this one. A little bit more flexibility towards people bidding into the stuff. Yeah, we stole this one. We stole this one for multiple reasons. Alright, I don't own the main there. And those aren't worth a ton. So we're just going to lose out in this area too. But you previously saw the one on the top that Slime's on, I could invest 108. With a third property, it should be 216 now or around there. Yeah, I just hope everyone's having a wonderful one. I've usually been taking Saturdays off, but this is when the raid train slot worked for me. So, joined this and just having fun. I'm excited to be showcasing this game. I've been excited watching the raid train in general. I have not known most of the games on the train, and I'm curious how many I will know in the end. Oh, it's even more than that. Probably because of the Cataclysm stuff. But yeah, you can see I went from 100 investing range to 288. And now I have the 3 areas to invest in. Which means my now 100 and something stock, or 190 stock or whatever, will be able to go a lot further up. So I could potentially start investing. If I do that, then I potentially am able to sell some of that stock for buying up other properties. Like I could work on buying up more of this, or hope I can eventually buy this. So that might be what I do here, just because we'll go up 6 per share, which is going to be almost $1,000. Plus, this puts some dangerous spots on the map if I start investing in here. But we'll go back down some as I sell some. You get a corner of the board and don't buy houses? That is also fair. I will say, it's amusing the difference between a low-level computer on this minigame and a high-level one. The high-level ones will just hone in real hard on all the items. I don't think I've played Monopoly for a while. My spouse, when I visited their family, I played some Monopoly there. But the version of Monopoly they play has a nice bonus to it. It's the Lord of the Rings version of Monopoly, and it has a special die that one of the dies is marked with a ring instead of a 1 for the 1 spot, and anytime you roll that 1, the ring advances around the board, and once the ring's around the board, the game's over. Yeah, so of the mainline games, the only one to be localized is Fortune Street on the Wii. There, however, is actually a second Itadaki Street that got localized, which honestly would have been an even more niche one than this. It is an iOS exclusive with no licensed characters or anything. It is so generic and so meh. Yeah, basically here, most of the stuff, as Vivi said, is people play with house rules that just inflate the length of Monopoly game. That's the problem. Monopoly could be alright if it only takes, 2 hours. It's when you're getting to the 6-7 hour mark and people are still just trying to keep it going that it starts getting really miserable. But hi, Uncanny Soul. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm still hopeful we get another Fortune Street release in the coming year, because it's going to be the 5-year anniversary again number. Hi, Pancakes. Nope. Let's come down here and take this barrel. Nope, we get nothing. Green goes first off the line. She'll gladly fight. I was glad to go through Dragon Quest Heroes 1. Yeah, at some point I should actually play the Heroes games. I've heard they're decent. I own the first one for sure. Yeah, no, that's part of what I was going for. V has a vocal tip for hammer that has spread across the communities. But the barrel thing is, yes, from the Ulterior games that have just kind of gone around. Fine, I'll go spend 110. So, of note. And this is going to make it sound bad for a moment. But this is the speed I usually play this game at. We'll do it again after my turn. I don't think I want to big buy this one. So at this speed, so that my turns are nice and fast. But I figured for showcasing the game, I should stick it at normal speed. But it is one of the reasons I really like playing it this way, so I can go a lot faster. Get this one up in value a little. Oh, yeah. It absolutely sounds a bit like the barrel from the Ulterior games. Support that would be part of the retro weekend. Yeah. I've been there since the first stream. I've been happy to be hanging out, popping in, saying hi to some people. It's nice to see the retro raid train just going and people showcasing a bunch of games. I've also been excited seeing how many people actually know of Fortune Street. I still feel like even though people know of Fortune Street, this still fits quite well for the raid train, because I don't think most people knew that this version of the game existed. Yay. And I mentioned a little bit ago, but if you did not know, if you have Fortune Street, there are actually 2 separate fan projects for Fortune Street that have added a ton of extra content. There's like one of them that has over 100 custom maps with extra music and extra characters and whatnot. And that is fair. Yeah, of the unlocalized ones, the PS2 one here has a mostly complete translation. You'll see this is in English in general, but the character chatter never got translated. On the flip side, the PSP one, as far as I recall, actually has the character stuff translated. So the PSP one is one of the most feature-complete ones for translations. I don't think any of the other ones have been translated, unfortunately. I had mentioned earlier, though, once you play this enough, these games play enough like each other, especially the Final Fantasy ones, that if you know it, all you really need, and I have a cheat sheet around here somewhere, is a listing of what the chance cards do. And those stay mostly consistent across the games as well. So I have 50 hours logged on the PS4 version that has no translation for it, that I had no issues playing just because know so much about it. So if you recall, right when I leveled to level 2, we had the flat 300 bonus. The level up bonus was 100. Now that we're going up to level 4, which is 3 higher, it's 300. And my shop bonus originally was in the hundreds. Now we're almost 300 because we've invested more. So, I did not look at my DMs. And sure, V, I will let you come in. Wahaha. But now we're at almost $900 for passing Go. So, Go does not stay at the flat rate like a Monopoly. As we get deeper into the game, we gain more and more money. This will be one thing that is significant, though. If you have the Wii version Fortune Street, that one and beyond, the PS4 one, if you pass the goal amount while passing Go, you will win the game. The older games, you have to go around and pass Go with the goal amount, and then it is the first person to pass Go with the winning amount. So you can end up with 10 times the value, and then if someone else gets to go the bank before you, That's it. They win instead. Luckily for the tourney that I'm playing through, aside from the last map in each tourney, you only need second or better, which usually isn't too bad. I need to make some moves at some point. That was much money. I'm gonna lose most of it. But hi, Boogeyman. So joining me is another retro club member, Vivi. Vivi has no slots though.
Hi. No.
Vivi is
no
my
slots.
late night person a lot of times. And just someone I love hanging out with.
Aw.
And someone I've talked about playing this with at some point too.
And I'm watching this and it's like, yes.
I should have been recording this locally so I can edit it and put it up. Whatever.
Oops.
I will probably just remove the first half hour of my live stream later.
Hi, Elvis. Hi, Darcy. Oh, I feel like I owe people the vocal stem because the barrel thing.
That's fair.
Hammer.
I have never played this on stream, Darcy. So I kind of want to go this way to try to buy that. But I also skipped the bigger property going this way, so we'll go down first.
Aw, thank you, Yoram.
Jump to shop or vacant plot. You know, this is gonna work. It's gonna cost us a lot of money, but
oh, you're getting all those.
We're gonna come up here, and we're gonna big buy this.
You get all the green ones.
Yep. So that ran me a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna lose all of our stocks in here to cover most of it, and a good chunk of these stocks still. However, on my next turn, I was fully invested in those three areas already. I could not invest a single dollar more. Now that I have the fourth one...
Oh, that one hitting for 770 is gonna be big.
So, I've talked about this before, Darcy, and I've maybe posted a video of this game before, but yeah. I'd been waiting forever to play this one. The other game that I've been waiting forever to play that I just haven't done yet is The Void Reigns Upon Her Heart. But you can see that I can invest another 540 now, where previously I could only invest 300 or so.
Yeah.
Because the final one is quite a bit that we can add into it. And then this one I can invest 1,500 and something.
Oh my.
So when you have 4 of them, your investment almost goes 1-to-1. So if I throw 999 in here, it's going to be over $1,000.
Oh.
So unfortunately, I did put myself in a bit of a sad spot. I got in the clover down there, and I have no good way to go fix this aside from maybe loop again and pick up the heart. I do have a the white card at the end is a wild card, which that will fill in any mark that I'm missing.
Oh. Okay, that's
2,
cool.
4, 5. I want to invest in my own stuff, so we're going to come over here. We'll get a little money for the chain here. Got 60 gold for this. Venture on and roll again. All-time favorite video game. Totally depends on my mood, unfortunately. You know what? We're gonna go down here. This is fine. We'll get more bonus money from continuing this chain. One more step. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for something more fun. Alright, hope you sleep well, Darcy. Yeah, there'll be the VOD up. I'll be raiding out in 2 hours. This is not my longest stream.
Good night, Darcy.
Money! Yeah, I have a habit, especially on these smaller maps, to work on trying to just completely bankrupt someone.
Fair.
Yeah, I've
And
played
somehow
this
that doesn't surprise me.
via Parsec with Jasper before, so it goes pretty well with that. Hi, Stay. So,
Don't worry, I must encroach on.
yep. Like I said, this might motivate you to work with me to get Parsec going for some stuff so you can play this with me. Yeah, this is how I relax with Jasper sometimes. Just speed along on the speed I was playing earlier, and we work together to go through the tournament and try to beat up the computers.
Relax so you can argue with each other.
V,
Yeah.
you know that when I'm being a little shit, that's still fun for you. Moin moin,
Yeah,
Dennis. Hope you're doing well.
100%. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So now that we're finishing the chance roll, we get 100. No, it's 200 bonus. I thought it was 100. It's been a while since I played a good chunk of this. Not my big one. Not my big one. Yeah, I'm slowly putting the computer in a dangerous spot up there. So yeah, being a jerk and bankrupting the computers really doesn't add that much more time, because what I end up doing is after they start paying big rent, I just start big buying everything. So I start getting all of their properties to drive my money down, but then they keep paying me more and more rent.
Haru, have you ever thought of being a landlord IRL?
No. I love bullying computers, but I don't like bullying real people.
Wait, am I not considered real people now?
I tease you, I don't bully you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm glad people have been enjoying this and being excited for this. I'm also glad this is going at the speed it is, because I'll have plenty of time, even if I don't finish the sphere mode game, to showcase the other mode that you eventually unlock.
Ooh, nice.
I got the marks to go do this. Slightly more money. We're gonna buy a bunch of stock back up in that area and go to the casino again. Battle arena?
Gamba!
Nope, slots again.
Slots. Have you said you played a little bit of 11, right?
Dragon Quest 11?
Yeah.
I played the original version of it, and if you played 11, you're gonna know what I mean by this. And I beat it.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Without getting into spoilers.
Yep. Okay, so you at least made it to where you could play slots.
Oh, yeah.
The slots in 11 are so good.
I have spent way too much of my life on Dragon Quest slots between 8 and 11.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sad you're only giving me 350. I haven't invested in there yet. It should be a bigger number.
Yu-Gi-Oh meme of Yami Yugi slamming his fists on the ground. It should have been me. Haru with it should have been
770.
invested in.
Yeah, let's go try to invest. Also, we're gonna work on starting to buy up more of this board.
Perfect.
I have the extra cash.
Yes. I'll just take these peasants' property. I have the cash.
Effectively. Plus, if I'm lucky, I'll get to level up 2 of these before Slime gets up there. And like,
Okay, this.
if I hit slime hard,
Yeah.
there's a non-zero chance I'll get to buy up all of Slime's properties.
Nice. Have you ever played a game where you bought out every property? Or is that impossible?
It's not impossible. I've gotten close, but I've never gotten quite everything. Because usually to get there, I have at least one area that's really scary. And on the smaller maps, it's hard for the computers to properly just avoid the really scary ones.
So they get themselves bankrupt before you can.
Yeah, so someone bankrupts themselves before I'm able to get it there. Because it ends as soon as a single person bankrupts.
Oh, okay. Because, like, I immediately, when you were talking about you could steal people's property, my thought was, like, how do we buy the entire board?
Fine, everyone come here. You roll a 1 or a 2, you owe me money. This also screws Slime a little bit. Slime does not get this mark leaving the square. You get it when you get on it.
I rolled a 2. How much do I owe you?
Either 350 or 300.
Okay, I can't afford that.
Thank you for the 20 streak.
Oh, the silver slimes.
So I don't know if we'll hit them, so I might as well just talk about them. In the chance card, there's actually 3 NPCs that can be summoned.
Oh?
An imp that just goes around and puts stuff on holiday so they don't cost money. Eiko from Final Fantasy IX, who, if you catch up with her, you can pick a mark that you want, or if you have full marks already, she'll give you an any mark card. And then...
I love Eiko, she's cute.
What's his name?
Which one?
Todoroki. No, it's not Todoroki. Totoko. Merchant from Dragon Quest. And he just goes around landing on properties. If he lands on a property, he pays rent.
Oh. Well. Hey, free money.
Yeah, I'm gonna be excited to be able to show off Sphere Mode. I was hoping that this map wouldn't take too long. I couldn't remember how long games play not on fast forward.
Right.
You're a bit of a problem, Green. I need you to hit on more of my large properties, please.
Call me a problem? And why you gotta bring my green hair into it?
At least it's my own thing. We're just gonna go do this one. And the rent from this one's gonna be going from 270 to 1269. Like I said, when you have 4, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So the first time someone lands on this, I get every bit of my investment. Never mind.
Ooh.
It's going to 18.
Whoa. Okay, that's...
And then because I have 200 shares, I'm gaining $2,000 some as this goes up.
Okay, that's big.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the things you can invest in are the streets on the board, right? So like the color-coded areas?
Yeah. The color-coded areas are the properties.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And those are the stocks you buy at the bank?
So you buy these like Monopoly properties, and then at the bank you buy the stock. The stock goes up as these get invested in. And if you missed it earlier,
no, I was here. I just can't comprehend crap.
Well, not only will I get $1,800 from the rent paid here, but I'll get a bonus 20% on top of that because I have the only shares in that area.
Oh.
Or the most shares or whatever. Chance square. Hitting a lot of these now, so maybe we will summon something. Warp. Pick a non-venture square to warp to. I think I just go level up.
I haven't quite caught what the numbers on those squares are.
Oh, the like 123, etc.
Yeah.
That's the rent.
Oh no. In the chance.
Didn't buy.
Like
Oh, there's an entire list of cards. So if I pull the 3 card again, it's always going to be warped. I didn't buy shares. But that's fine.
Okay, got it. So each number correlates to
So
an
at
action.
some point, I knew a number of these. 100 is an any mark card. 1 is lose your direction. 3 is the warp that we just did.
Yep.
I don't remember the rest. If I looked at my cheat sheet, I can tell you most of them. I just have to find my cheat sheet. Put it up here.
There. Oh,
Battle Arena.
Final Fantasy III Battle Arena.
So the way this
Okay.
one works, we roll 2 dice. The value of the dice deals damage. If I roll doubles, it deals
Yeah.
double that damage. So double
Okay.
ones will do 4 damage.
All right. So I take it you only have 1 turn to.
Yep.
Okay. And it's 3 against 1.
Yep. 3 of us get to roll. The 1 gets to roll, I think it's the number of dice, 6 dice, and then you gain bonus HP based on your level.
Okay, got it.
It's not a big deal. I didn't buy shares. So what I typically do at this point, I could go for this for the biggest investments, but someone could technically come in here and steal this. Remember, you can big buy any properties for 5 times.
Right, 5 times.
So if I go with my cheapest ones, now instead of being, around a little under $2,000 to big buy that one, it's going to be 4,500 and some. And we're in the final stretch here, so the music changes. And slime's coming towards my area. Slime can go back the other way now. Slime got the 1 card I was talking about. I take it this game looks exciting to you.
I already love the Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest mix.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the stuff just kind of excites me.
Yeah, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest just feels like a much better mix to me than Mario and Dragon Quest.
Right. And also, like, any game you've suggested to me, I have absolutely loved. So
Next
kinda
cheapest is this one.
built excitement for me to play this.
Yep.
'Cause it's
Now,
like, okay.
770 is the lowest amount that Slime could pay if they land on a property going this way.
Oh, one of the crystals from Mecha.
Nope, Slime's running the other way.
Yeah, run away. Run away, coward. Low-level slime. Now, if
So-
it was a metal slime, that might be a little scary.
Of note, if Slime didn't get to change direction, Slime rolled a 5.
Yeah.
2, 3. Slime would have been paying me $1,800.
Oh!
That is why Slime is running away.
Believe in the
You know
power
what,
of the
Slime?
cards.
You can have more money.
have more money for you to lose.
Just not. No, I still have enough to go out if I wanted. I need to watch Takeshi's Castle. It's been referenced on Game Changer and whatnot. If Taskmaster is considered a game show and not merely a panel show, that's it. Otherwise, Game Changer would be the winner.
Game Changer's awesome. Love it.
Such a shame. All properties were 100, so Slime only paid me 100.
Boo!
All right, anyone have preferences? Should I try to bankrupt someone, or should I just go for the win? For the purposes of the
Wow,
tourney,
you
I only need
already
second
have
places.
12,000.
Oh, yeah, I was already at 12,000. I just lost a chunk of money, so.
Well,
Hi, Silamp.
okay, so the 12,000 has to be in like your property worth.
It's got to be my
Not-
net worth. It's between my property and my stocks.
Oh,
Someone just did a
your
20%
money
down on my
is-
stocks.
okay. I didn't realize the left number was already in the right number. I thought
So
there were
if
two
Slime rolls
separate.
a 2 or a 3, this game's going to be over.
Oh, well, rip.
Because I'm heading towards the bank. Nope, they passed it.
We'll get you soon, Slime.
Yep. No, like I said, I love unwinding with this game and whatnot. And I'm excited to be able to show you the mode that you unlock eventually.
I've always known board games to be stressful. So for you to say you unwind with a board game is like unreal to me.
There's various board games that are good for that. I will say, I also find what we do on Legend of Zelda pretty relaxing. So most
Oh,
of the time-
same. Oh, well, okay. Now I kind of understand what you mean. But
I'm back up in the ready to go out range.
I think the stress was always the two board games I played growing up were Risk and Monopoly, and yes, Monopoly had house rules.
I won't deny this game can get stressful, especially as you're going through the tournament. If I was playing with a more angry computer, for example,
Sephiroth,
and I needed to get first, this could be a lot closer with Carol and whatnot. Do I want to go down or up? I'm not hitting my own property either way.
Yeah. Bonus either way.
Yeah.
Or chance or whatever.
Bonus salary! I just got almost 800 bucks. For the purposes of bankrupting at least one computer, I need Carol there to roll it 1. Slime managed to level. Slime only has 2 properties left on the board, for the record.
Slime's trying his best.
One. Yep, if you played Dragon Quest
It
or
really
Final
is.
Fantasy, it's going to be very nostalgic. This game in general.
It really is. The holiday resting being the Dragon Quest sleep. Love it.
Part of me wants to, the other part of me is like, if I give Carol too much money, I'm gonna go out. I do kind of want to buy up the left side, though. So if I can buy the upper right side, that just makes the entire top funny.
Haru just wanting to buy everything.
So for my own personal experience with these, this 10 gold one, not actually all that much more likely to win than the 150 gold. So my usual strategy with this is just pick the highest value one. Plus, quite frankly, 10 gold times I'm level 5, so 50 gold at this point. Not nearly
really
as
worth
interesting as 500, so I'm
Fair.
mad at the back. So I might as well just go for big anyways.
I'm waiting for the gray
Oh, that
chocobo
blue one
to
there?
jet
That
soon.
one was the 150.
Whoa.
The green was 10. Chocobo. I'm gonna do it for the heck of it. Slime only has one property now.
Haru has chosen the slime as their mortal enemy.
I've almost got slime into third now. Riku's playing a dangerous game.
Riku.
Hi, Juno.
Did you know?
Itadaki Street is effectively Square Enix's take on Monopoly that's just way more interesting than Monopoly. There was a single game in the series localized as Fortune Street, or if you're over in Europe and some other areas, it was Boom Street. Ah, you know what it is? Never mind then. But it's one of my favorite games to mess around with. I have exactly enough to go out. Should I go out, or should I go bully these computers some more?
Bully.
Bully? I can't big buy this. It would be funny, but the computer would have enough money. Well, I hope you're doing well, Juno. Yes. Give me money. Now, best case, Riku rolls a 1, a 2, a 1. But if Riku rolls a 1, we're going to have some fun stuff go on in general. Oh, you're not going up. Yep. Yeah, when we were picking games, I figured some people might know the Wiiwoon. I figured most people didn't know that most of the quote-unquote Fortune Streets, Itadaki Streets, actually were Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. Roll a 1. Roll a 1. Yep. The Wii one's a Mario one.
You know, I've got the Pixel collection, and I've been playing 5 and 6. Well, hello,
Hi, Tails.
Tails.
Bring bad luck, inconvenient timing, and stealing the chocolate. That is fair.
Chocolate. No, those are our strawberries. I am more prevalent to blueberries.
Yeah, honestly, depending on how things go, the computer might actually win over me unless I go out, unfortunately.
Aw. Alright. Fine, stop the bullying.
Amusingly, I might be able to convince the computer not to win.
How do you
If you
convince
can't
the
get all of them
computer
at
not to
once,
win?
unfortunately, the recommended ones are the more expensive ones with 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, yeah.
But absolutely, I have the Pixel Remastered on this Switch. The physical versions have gotten down pretty cheap.
I might have time.
I did my part. 12 is more than a third. Critical for 4 damage.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh? Aw. Rip.
Yeah, I have them all on the Switch. I've been debating about getting them on the PC again. Dice Rose drowned you out. Sorry. 4, 5, or 6 are the usual recommended ones. That's where Final Fantasy started hitting the stride for the series that it's known for. I've never played too much of 3. 1 and 2 are definitely early games.
Played about half of 3. It's pretty good. I played the PS port. I've beaten 1, 4, 5, and 6. 2, I've played an hour of.
Hi, Sai. Going well. I'm enjoying showcasing this. Will you buy this?
I
They
am
won't.
here!
I guess I'll just go end it, because Green's not gonna get paid out enough. Green has too much money, most likely. Yeah, it's not like the first Final Fantasy or second one are necessarily bad games, and Pixel Remaster fixes them some.
Oh yeah.
They just aren't quite the Final Fantasy that everyone's used to.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit Green in any of my loops.
Sad.
So we're gonna finish this. Yeah,
Yay!
I'm doing the retro raid train right now. So I went with a PS2 game. We were supposed to pick games that most people don't know about, and even a lot of the people that have come in that known Fortune Street / Boom Street has not known about this one. I love the graphs. Can you tell where I started investing?
Yeah. Oh,
We're gonna save and quit
100%
here.
Juno. So, how do you unlock the other characters?
So each of the tournaments unlock the next level. So, I shouldn't do that one. We're gonna go to this one now. I'm in the middle of one of these. Let me. I've messed this up by saving and quitting in the. Yeah, let's just start a new one. Yes. So, you start, I think both of these are unlocked. Once you beat these two, you unlock this one, and once you beat this one, you unlock the sphere mode that I'm about to showcase.
Okay.
And then, each time you beat these, you unlock 2 characters. So in the sphere mode, which I guess I'll just continue my tournament in sphere mode. We're gonna showcase some stuff. So I'm in one of the later ones, it looks like. So this is gonna be a lot more complicated, but this is fine. Know about the Mario Sports Mix crossover? Not sure about any Mario Sports crossovers.
Is it like Sonic
Oh, this
and
is
Mario
convenient.
at
I'm
the
actually
Olympic
playing
Games?
Riona still. I couldn't remember who I was playing.
Yay, Renoa! We love
Celsius!
Renoa in this house. Hi, Cell! Welcome in.
Got some raiders, so I'm gonna greet them the normal way that I do anymore.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Haru, and it's nice to meet you. But, hi, Raiders. What were you up to?
Ooh,
Mario
Peak.
Sportsman has Slime from Dragon Quest as a playable character. Nice. I hope you were having a lot of fun with Peak.
That also has FF characters.
Oh, no, I
Huh.
did not know about that.
Interesting.
So let's see. Mog's a B rank. I want to say Aerith is a rank, and Jessie is a S rank.
Jesse
the-
should be S.
Their ranks determine how aggressive they are. If you're paying attention, last game I was playing, the computers only invested 100 at a time.
Yeah.
Jessie will invest 999 at a time if she can.
Oh. Ooh. That's rough.
That's neat. It's lovely seeing you, Celsius. Celsius is someone I've been getting to know recently through Phoebe. It has just been a wonderful person to get to know.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
So, We now have spheres. We start with 5 of them.
Like we have
I
a
feel like this
sphere grid
game's
or
music's a
something?
little bit loud, so let me turn down the game a little bit for everyone. So when I get to my turn, I'll cover things more, but you'll see them rolling.
Hmm.
Let me know if the game's still too loud. So Mog landed on the vacant spot. Vacant spots have 4 things you can choose for 200 or 1 thing for 1,000. The 1,000 is a boring thing. It's just 1,000 value-based property. But that also means that if you have that in other properties, there's a lot of investment stuff. This one, the checkpoint/wall, every time someone passes it, it goes up in 10 value and they have to pay it.
Oh.
So the first time passing, I'll pay 10, then it'll become a 20, then 30, 40. These things get real expensive real fast. There's one that will just give you a percentage of your own value if you land on it, or so much of someone else's. There's one that's just a circus that you can upgrade a few times real quick without that much money. There's one that I think puts everyone else's shops on holiday, but if you land on it, you get to fly somewhere. The music is actually quite loud here. Give me a second. We're gonna save out real quick and readjust the music.
Oh, you can't adjust that mid. Well, never
Nope.
mind.
For some
This
reason,
is PS2 era.
yeah.
What
Just
am
be
I
glad I
talking
have
about?
ability to
Actually adjust it.
adjust it here.
When did they actually start giving you in-game options for that? Like PS3, Xbox 360 era?
Because I want to hear everything properly, and that music was drowning out my head thoughts.
As opposed to your butt thoughts or
Gut thoughts.
gut thoughts. I actually understand that. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you can always just save, which is nice. We're just going to pick this up. If you really want to, if you're really bad at the game, it doesn't have high odds of winning. I can't do it here. Free play, you can. You can just have a computer play stuff, too. Alright, so sphere system. I started with these ones. Haste. Which allows you to roll one more time. These will get you a wild card, and this will get you money based on it.
Aw, I'm sorry, Sal. But welcome back.
I'm sorry that you blue screened. Welcome back now. I hope you're just doing well.
Sal, I have a weird question for you that you might understand. Does it only blue screen if you don't have a game open?
But yeah, so you see I start with these 5. If I roll and hit one of these 5, it will be used up if I want to use it. So it's a d6 of random effects that I can slot. If I don't want to use certain ones, I can take them out. And I can just slot these freely. So you might be wondering how I get more shares. Aside from the walls, anytime I land on a property and pay money, I get a sphere. And any chance are now spheres. And in general, the higher you pay, the more crazy effects you can do. There is a lot more kickers to this, though. I don't actually remember what Riona's class is, but every character is in one of 6 types of classes. I think it's 6. So they get focused on different spheres. One I typically do is growth, which the growth ones get a lot of just increase your property value by 10%. I typically hoard those until late game and then just slot them all. Because after I've invested in property, those ones still apply. So I keep doing 10%, 10%, going beyond the limit of my investments. I think Riona here does a lot of just get money ones, which can be very useful early on. There's ones that's very stock focused. There's ones that's very focused about poisoning and damaging others. I'm trying to remember the rest. Hello,
Hi,
Garlic.
Garlic. I love Final Fantasy as well. And I'm doing my best to bite my tongue every time Haru says Riona instead of
Hydration
Rinoa.
check.
I can't remember names.
Maintain
That's all
perfect
good.
posture. Check.
I know. That's, like I said, I'm doing my best.
You already bought one there. Let's see, which is this map? But yeah, this is effectively Monopoly with a lot more going on. It's a game I love and play a lot, and have just been excited to be able to showcase this. Another vacant. So the loops can be a lot of fun. Yeah, snacks are good. Take care of yourself. None of these properties are more than 4.
Good, because
I'm
I
just
can
gonna go
only
this-
count to 4.
I'm just gonna go here and sphere roll right away. If I get the haste, I get the haste. This is gonna give me 100, I think.
Oh, and... Well, Cell will be back. I'll explain when they're back. When he's back.
That's fair. That sound effect was still pretty loud. That's fine.
Oh, no, not the reference. I was talking about the blue screen thing. Because I had a problem like that, and I found a way to resolve it. But if it's the first time, then probably something just processed out of order.
But also, Boogeyman, I hope the rest of your randomizer went well.
You can hear wireless headphones? What do they say to you? What do the wireless headphones say? Sorry, I'm being a little shit right now.
I forget what the ice does. I think you just slide right past it. Oh, there's more than 6. There's 7. I don't think I can figure out what they are unless I land on one myself. Yeah, see, as soon as I land here, I have to pay it. That being said, this was 200 to build, so this is always 1,000 to steal. So when rent is in the 150s or so, it gets real tempting just to steal it if you can, because it will pay for itself real quick because it doesn't reset the rent when you do that.
Oh, well, that's good.
Okay, I actually want this property, so we'll not sphere roll. Thank you, Boogeyman. It was fun summoning a bunch of Gypto on you when you were in the boulder maze with only bombs. So Shrine steals 10% of your stuff. As you can see, Jesse just got to steal 20 shares from someone. Have a good one, Yara. And then some of the spheres get really crazy. I got screwed real hard by the spheres once. I wasn't paying attention, and like I sold most of my shares, so I had like $8,000 on me while everyone else had like 500. And then someone used a sphere that rebalanced all the money equally. Bowser revolutioned it. There's also a sphere that you can get that just summons Ifrit? One of the summons from Final Fantasy to, maybe it's Bahamut, to bring down a meteor. And it will take the value of a property all the way down low enough that rent's only 1.
Bring down a meteor.
Yep, a meteor from the sky just crashes into the board, destroys a property, and I had that hit one of my properties I had up at like 4,000 before, and it dropped it to 100 or whatever, or even less, like 10. That was a huge
gonna
loss.
have to go ahead and guess that is Ifrit, and specifically Ifrit from Final Fantasy VIII, because that Hellfire actually brought down a meteor. Or a big chunk of burning land.
Oh. Nice. I own 3 properties in this area. I'm almost out of money now.
Sorry, I'm a Final Fantasy nerd.
No, it's all good. But of note, thank you,
Haru's
Celsius.
got an amazing laugh.
Of note, the only game in the series that I know of that has the sphere mode is the PS2 version of the game that I'm playing. So that is one of the reasons I'm showcasing this particular version. I mean, I also have a fan's translation for this, so we can actually understand what everything says. That pop is so loud. But yeah.
On my side?
No, that seed, when it gets popped out, is so much. It's a loud sound effect.
I didn't know if you were hearing like my clicking or something.
Nah, you're all good. But yeah, so the sphere mode, not necessarily amazingly balanced. Maybe not the absolute best mode ever, but I do think the chaos is a lot of fun, and I've never understood why it's not been in any of the later ones. Like, I assumed originally that it was removed from the PSP version, just because the PSP version needed to save space. Because this is more data you need.
Right.
But it's not in the PS4 version either.
Weird.
Yep. It's totally just one of those, like, even if it's not super well balanced, it's fine. People don't have to play the mode if they don't want to. You gotta boot up the Final Fantasy VII Remake, that is fair.
Nice choice.
I still need to figure out what I'm doing on Thursdays going forward. They're just all icing over my property. This is such a large board. So, as a bonus, there is stock spots on here. So, what I tend to do early game is I don't really care what area I buy stock in. I'm going to be selling it. I just buy in the area that I can buy the most of that goes up in price when I buy it. So I'm going to be able to buy 99 here. You see it's going to go from 9 to 10. So as soon as my turn is over, I suppose I can buy another property perhaps and make a little bit less. But I think I'm just going to save my money for now. Right. Those are not too many more properties on the way. Yeah, we'll buy it. So we're not going to quite make 99. But as soon as this turns over, I'm going to get $1 per share increased. And then I can just sell that next turn for 78 extra money from doing that. Congrats on the 115 streak, Pancakes. The shrines are a little scary. So I don't think covered this at all. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how the ice works. I don't remember, but I think it's skip the spot. I'm gonna start getting spheres, gonna start paying rent, so that's gonna be exciting. But you can see the warps. They're pretty self-explanatory. But this green warp goes to this green spot. And then this blue warp goes to this blue spot. Like I said, pretty self-explanatory. Unfortunately, not super colorblind friendly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But there's not usually too many warp spots. So we're going to spend 83 or 73 here unless I hit the haste. I'm just collecting wild cards right now for the sake of it. But now that we're paying rent, we're going to get a new sphere.
Nice.
So this one I can slot. Spheres go off before I pay rent, which means That one just helps protect me some. I could save it for later when rent's higher, but I don't care too much. Get half the salary. And Jesse's actually going to pay us a decent amount. And then apparently is going to put someone on holiday for 3 turns eventually. Holiday means we can't get money during that time period. Yeah, in a little over an hour, we'll be raiding into JP Chivalry. Oh, who just popped in while I was double checking who I was raiding into. But hi, how you doing? Heard she's pretty good. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. It's going well. I'm having a lot of fun showcasing this game to people. It's one I've been meaning to play for a long time, and the Raid Train was a perfect time to showcase it. It's a game I love that a lot of people don't know about. We're fine. We'll pay the rent here. Also, rent halved. These don't work on shrines, I don't think. So I did mention that before. If you've played Birth by Sleep, you've played a version of this, yes. The version in Birth by Sleep is streamlined a lot simpler. Hannah!
Hi, Hannah!
Alright, first things first. Hi, my name is Haru, and it's nice to meet you. But hi, Hannah. Are you still playing Dragon Quest today? Hannah is one of the people I've met through the Retro Club as well, and just is an amazing person. Is one of the people that helped set up everything for the Raid Train. So absolutely delighted to see Hannah. Hope you're just doing well. Hi, Aggressively Okay Gaming. Hi, Gabriel. Hey, Trisha. Trisha's someone I actually know. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Grant. Hi, J-Ram. Well, I know Hannah as well. Thank you for follow. Always appreciate when people want to hang out. Yeah, I hope you were playing or having Dragon Quest and having a lot of fun with it again. But yeah, welcome to the Retro Gamer Club's Raid Train. What was this officially? Rekindled Raid Train, which is a raid train focused on showcasing a bunch of lesser-known indie games. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful lurk, and it's lovely to see you. It's been a lot of fun. The PS2 version of Itadaki Street's one of my favorites, and I'm showcasing the mode that's exclusive to the PS2 version right now. But yeah, I hope you had a lovely stream, Hannah. It's always lovely to see you. For anyone that doesn't know Itadaki Street, you might know it as Fortune Street. This single game to be released in English was on the Wii as Fortune Street or Boom Street over in some regions. But it's basically Monopoly with a lot more going on. Particularly this mode, I have an extra sphere system that we get whenever we pay rent or hit chance squares that we can roll anytime we hit stuff. But to cover real quick, properties like Monopoly, the big thing is you pass go at the bank, but you need these suits, all 4 suits, in order to be able to get go. And just, we can invest in properties right away. But the more you have in an area, the higher you can invest. And there's also an entire stock system that messes with stuff. Which go up in value as people invest in their areas. But thank you for the follows. Always appreciate when people want to hang out. But yeah, we're just having a good time. My slot's for another hour or so, and then we're gonna go head over to the next person. Should be a lot of fun. But if you have any questions about this game, just let me know. I'm doing my best to explain it, but I've been explaining it for a bit now, so I don't remember what I have and haven't covered well. I found a sphere. The
Ooh.
spheres that you can find in this game, in this mode, can be real goofy. Same with the hitting chance. They tend to be stronger as you get later in the game. Let's see, what did I get? So this just raises you 1 to 3 levels. As a reminder, your level affects how much money you get from level up. You get an extra $100 per level you have. And then almost every one of the mini games that we play, you get an extra times your level. So this could actually help a lot in the long run. So we definitely want to try to get that out as fast as possible. But you can see how fast that wall's growing. I kind of want to steal it if I can land on it. It's still such a loud pop. Skarmory is in chat for anyone that wants one. Yeah, remind me in an hour. I'm gonna go grab Trash's raid message. They were nice enough to post one in there. That was fun. I need to remember I'm blue.
Trash's raid message, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, I could probably just grab it between turns. Like, roll a 5, I'm gonna big buy that property. I did not. I might waste an Ice Slash. I did. I don't care. I really wanted to try to level up first. Oh, this half rents an area. 167 stock already. It's dangerous. Screw that area, I guess. I don't have any stock over there. Okay. I'm just going to send it to Vivi real quick. That's going to be the raid message later.
Got it.
So do you have any questions about this game, V? Is there anything I've forgotten to explain? That's the benefit of having you here right now, because
nothing really, like, gameplay-wise, like, controls or anything. But I did see that in the opening, Yuna was in her Final Fantasy X outfit instead of her 10-2 outfit, but on your character select, she's in her 10-2 outfit. Are there alternate outfits?
As far as I know, no. But it wouldn't surprise me if after hundreds of hours of gameplay, I missed it. Sweet, we're gonna waste money big buying this. This might be a dumb idea early on. LM3 here. Look, they're counter buying me in this area already. We're just gonna end. So this might be a bad idea for the grand scheme of everything, but the next one's 70, then 80, then 90, then 100. I only need this to be passed 11 times or so for it to pay for itself. Even at this low amount. So it's going to eat up most of my money. But it also gives me 2 properties in this area. And it also will allow me to showcase something. Yeah, the walls are really dangerous at times. So we're just gonna grab that and do our best there. That sound effect is loud too. I guess I should have turned sound effects down a little bit more. Let's turn the game down in general a little bit more. Woot! Got enough.
All right.
So this is the first time you all see the victory.
Yep.
So if the person on the left gets victory, they get money 50 times their level plus a wild card. If the other side wins, they just get 50 times their level. Which is another thing,
nice.
like if I was able to get the one thing off, I would have earned more money there.
What? Okay, so the last game, I noticed like everything was 1 through 6. Does Mog have a sphere that made it a 7?
So previously that map was smaller. On larger maps, they can go all the way up to 9, I want to say.
But they just had all the dice just be the shape.
All the
of
dice are
D6.
D6, yeah.
Okay, okay. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's already 60 of it back, so we're 940 down right now. We'll just keep track of it this way. 2 or 3 would be good for me. Now I own 3 in this area. Oh, I forgot to showcase the one thing. I'll do that next turn.
Well, you got the 3.
Yep. So I own 3 in this area and 3 in the other area.
All right.
So what I can do here,
Haru's
time you
ready to
sell-
bully.
every time you sell 12 or 10 stocks, it goes down 10%.
Right.
So those jerks already bought a bunch of shares in my area. So I can just spend the next 3 rounds selling 10 at a time.
Yeah.
Dropping this area's value so I can buy more shares later for cheaper, but also
Okay.
currently dropping their value.
Right.
There's a lot of games you can play with this stock. I do not have much on the left side of the board, though, but I have a good chunk of the upper right, or northeast of this board, at least.
Nice.
Like I said, you can see that they're a lot more aggressive with buying stuff right now
Right.
and are upgrading stuff. These higher difficulties can get real angry with them counter sharing, buying a bunch of shares, then upgrading stuff. I quite frankly might lose this really horribly. Tornado.
Oh no.
Tornado. That's the person that comes around. All right.
Oh.
The thing I forgot to show, because I own an area now. Let's not misclick here. So check is the one we have. The wall gets paid every single time. Circus has $300 upgrades if you land on it. People pay for this show. I believe it starts at 50. Then the first upgrade I think brings it up to 250. Then the second one I think is like 1,000. And thank you for the lurk, Tulip, and also congrats on the 3-swing.
Hi, Tulip.
Have
good lurk.
The hanger here flies you to any square if you land on it yourself. If others land on it, they give you 10% of their salary, which is what you get when you pass go.
Right.
The shrine, if you land on it, you get 5% of your assets and bonus. If others land on it, they pay 10% of theirs. The pub can be really funny in loops. If the owner lands on it, everyone is pulled to the pub. Otherwise, they pay 30 per owner level. And then the last one, you can just buy any unowned shop. These can be really good early game. Or if someone else lands on it there. Like I said, this one is just, it's worth 1,000. It's a property worth 1,000. So it's like I had bought one of these at 1,000. But yeah, there is a vacant one in here. Putting a pub in here so people get stuck in here if you own most of this area can be hilarious. Because unless they roll a 2 or a 5, they could be stuck in here for a long time. because you'll get stuck going one direction, and then you'll have to hit one of the warps to eventually get out. And sometimes you can be in a loop for a really long time if you don't roll well. If I hit the ice slash, I hit the ice slash. I really should undo the ice slash for now. Freeze over a square. I think I'll be the first one that gets there. That's good. I should double check entropy effect. Is that the more like not fighting game, but instead kind of action platformer-ish game, if I'm recalling it? Because Blaze Blue is the one that got that, right? Kind of looks like, I don't think it's quite Mega Man, but kind of something. Oh, that's dangerous. That's probably the area that she owns all the shares in. Which at 1,000, she can probably invest over 1,000. Roguelike 2D platform action. Yeah, it's the one I'm thinking of. I just can't quite remember all the things. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. Yeah, this is a problem. So she just invested a ton in there. Also, even though she didn't invest directly this turn, because this property went from being worth 200 to 1,000, it's like increasing the value by 800. So she got 2,000 money for doing that. So like if I buy a bunch of shares in this area and turn this one there, it's like investing 800. And then she can invest another 1,000 into here, which would put this rent up probably in the 500, 600 range.
Oh.
Which at this point is very dangerous already.
Yeah.
I didn't undo the ice slash. I really should. Elevate! How many levels do I gain? 1. I don't have anything to invest in right now. But lovely to see you, Polly. And yeah, you can get quite rich in this game, or you can get absolutely destroyed. I'm already probably knowing I have to aim for second. I think Aerith is going to run away with this most likely from early gains.
Alright, so for tourney mode, you have to do like a number of these games in a row, right?
Yep, so you can save and quit whenever, and if I lose this match, I can just replay this level. But yeah, you have to get through the entire set of levels in order to get the unlocks.
I see.
Given my unlocked characters and whatnot, this is the 3rd tourney one. Is there 4 or 5? Either way, it's the 2nd to last one. But you can see how much different this board is from the last one.
Yeah.
There's some that have way more twists and turns for you to go through. Market. Okay. I have $64.
I didn't know if the tournament was going to be like Mario Kart rules, where your placing just gives you different points.
I take it back. The rent went up to $749.
That's a lot of monies.
Uh-huh. Wahaha, I own 7 there now. On the flip side, I might get a really interesting sphere from it. Usually it's the 700 and above or so that make things interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure it's gonna hurt someone's head having a 6-sided dice that goes above 6.
It hurts my head. Every time I see it, I'm just like, huh? Haru, why have you done this to me?
Because I love this game and wanted to showcase it. I have hundreds of hours in this game.
I can understand why you love it too.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about her. She already has money from her shares. And now that rent's up to 1,500. If I land on that property, I'm just done. I might be finishing this in the time.
Oh no.
Primates in chat. So 1. Yeah, just slide past them. Come on, haste. Nope. I'm not even landing on cheap other people's ones. Like, I have so much to invest in here, but Jesse has more shares than me. Hi, Barry.
Oh.
Hope you're doing well.
Hi, Barry.
Choo-choo. Yep, I'm on the train. Your slot's in, what, 9 hours-ish? Let me double check. Yeah, 9 hours-ish. Barry there is another wonderful person to hang out with. Going through Ocarina of Time for the first time right now. And just someone I'm happy to call a streamer friend, etc. Barry's been great to know, and also is part of the Retro Gamers Club. As I said, they've got a slot in 9 hours or so. This train will eventually get to them. And there are so many wonderful people in the Retro Gamers Club. It's just been great getting to know more retro gamers. Yep. I am so dead if I hit that square.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Doing quick testing, that is fair. I did some testing on this earlier and sat down and played an entire game earlier.
I have the proof. I may have been sent a screenshot.
I am in so much trouble. This is not going well. But hey, my big buy from earlier is about to pay off a little bit. So we're at 940. So it gets 70 from Mog, which is going to bring it down to 870 left to cover my cost. Technically a little bit less because it still had 200 value.
Right.
I am so scared as I'm rolling up here. Even if I half that, it still destroys me. I'm already not going amazingly, and my big buy slowed me down a little bit. But you're gonna pay for it, so now we're at 790 left to cover the cost. And it's just gonna get faster and faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anything. Wait. Freeze it. I'm the only one over here. I should be safe this turn at least.
All right. You got this, Haru, I believe.
I need to come up with a plan to get into second. 45 minutes until I have to raid. We'll see how this goes. She's just throwing money around everywhere. She's slowly owning the bottom left side.
Is this what
I'm
it's
not
like
leaning
to
forward
be a
enough.
house flipper?
There, finish out. All right, I'm gonna believe you. $18. Thank you.
Money!
So I at least protected myself this time. I wouldn't have hit it anyways. But the ice just gets me extra room. So I should buy more spheres. But Mog is coming down this way. I have a little bit of shares. And she's coming this way too. So let's just Gamba big.
Gamba!
If Mog or her hit that, that will help a ton. Trying to come up with a plan here.
I believe in you, Haru. You got this.
Mog rolled too big. To be fair, it's really Aerith there that I want to hit hard if I can. I need to slow her down. She's just going to buy up more of that bottom half of the board. Alright, I wasted a lot of my money on that move, but should get enough to get a decent amount of shares up here. I want to buy in the area that I own. This one. This one that Mog's already bought into. Alright, Mog. I'm gonna try to protect you a little bit. Let's continue just to be a little bit of a... Instead of gambling in just that one, make two somewhat dangerous squares. I need to save these. My only real move here is gonna be getting enough shares in that one area to build up stuff. Let's see, we're still at 790 since the big buy. She missed ice, which is good. She might be able to holiday me multiple times. Oh, I didn't protect you at all, Mog. So yeah, I did say it was relaxing, but this one is more stressful just because she got off to such a strong start.
Totally fair. But I can still see this kind of stress to be like
Oh, just a lot of fun.
Relaxing in a weird way.
Hit my property, please. Alright, give me a good sphere. I can raise the stocks of a chosen area by 10%. That was not an amazing one. Jesse's just kind of been stuck in here. Alright, Mog. Well, you didn't hit the big area yet. You might next turn. Here, if Mog hits it, I'm not in the worst shape to get into second. Ooh. Nope. One short. Hoot. Roll once more. Just trying to move faster. Still my property. I want to land on other properties in order to be able to get stuff, but I own this upper corner, and then I get stressed in this bottom corner right now because of... Yeah.
It's of, yeah, impending doom.
I could just keep investing in this one and hoping.
I
could
will
spread out to the third
say,
one.
your channel is all about hope.
There. Like, I could bump that one up so it's closer to, like, 600. I can bring this one up over 2,000. At the very least, if they pop out here and roll a 1, they'd go the opposite way. Let's just be the more reasonable and spread it out. Especially since that's gonna cause me to dip into here some. Yep, fine line between hope and gambling. I just gotta hope for the best. You gonna buy a check? Hope a shrine. Did you roll a 2? It'll be funny.
Right.
Alright, everyone's gonna be in the center but me. Hey, she's finally out. Yeah. No real reason for me to buy that. I'm gonna be paying this. More rent down. Yep, that usually happens. Usually you have like a 50-50 shot of getting out the first turn you're in there, and then if you don't get out, you're usually stuck in there for a while. More Torineko, huh? I just need some good spheres. 5G per stock's not bad. I don't have much in the way of stock right now. I've got... I shouldn't set that. I'm going to have to be selling most of my stock here. Granted, 5 times 6 is still 300. Alright. Snow, the big property I'm coming up to. Help your buddy out. I know you want to beat me, but...
What?
It's 3,497 now.
Oh no. It's okay, Haru. I believe in you. Gotta have that hope, remember?
Nope, this is it. If I get Ice Slash, I can maybe survive, but... Owner of current shop pays whole rent to bank. But, like... I clear my stocks, and then I have to auction off almost everything I own. We are done. Like...
Oh no.
We only get 50% of what we're auctioning off. So yeah, this is worth 105 of the 40, so we'll do some of it. I think I have to get rid of my bigger area down here. I don't think I have any real choice. Told you if I landed there, I'd be destroyed.
Yeah.
Can I save the one area up on top at least? I don't see myself coming back from this. Okay. We're gonna unlock frames here. Speed this up a little bit. This is gonna take a bit. I also should not have sold the one up on top. I could have had the one zone still. I made the mistake there. I should have done them in a different area. Not that there's any logical way I come back from this. Especially since Aerith just kind of gets to buy them all up. She has all my money. There's no reason she doesn't. Yep. This board is so yellow. I really wasn't expecting this round to go so quickly. I wasn't expecting to lose this badly. It happens, though. Sometimes you just have bad luck, or one of the computers has really good luck. See, money per stock would have been good early on. The question is, can I survive the next half hour?
Good question.
worst part is, since they're in the loop, they're not even going past my wall up there, so I'm not even getting money from that. Give me a good sphere. Someone loses stocks of one area. You know, that could help. If I steal Aerith's stocks from her one area, that could be big.
I believe you'll get her stocks.
Be my big revenge plan. I'll steal
Vengeance
more
shall
money
be
than I gave
yours.
her. The difference is just simple economics. 3,000 of 5,000 is a much bigger hit than 4,000 of 18,000.
Right.
Who's $690 left now to pay for that? Yay, I'm doubling my value.
Yay!
I only get 60 bucks from shop bonus.
Oh.
Unfortunately, she might be able to choose, and she owns 99 in there already.
Oh. So many stocks.
Who's gonna buy up in this area? Jesse's gonna eventually start doing stuff there. Take the rent up to 281. Sure, my best bet. The only way I come back is if they pay me stuffs. This is going so poorly. Steal 20 stocks wouldn't be bad. So Mog's S-Spring is steal the property at the base price. So that one happens before you pay rent. So if you're to land on the big property, the base price is a couple thousand, but you would own that property after the fact and not pay rent to someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is why I like the fair system. There's a lot of random stuff going on in it. Yeah, I made a big mistake by selling that one earlier.
Mm-hmm. Not that I would know. I'm just over here agreeing.
I didn't need to auction off the one up there earlier. I'd actually have 4 in this area if I hadn't done that. It's the only area I own any in.
Mm.
And, like, there's no logical way I'm coming back from this. But it would be funny if I could, get a Monopoly going and build it up and
Right.
it's stuff to help me come back. I'll
Just
take
the,
if I can get to 3rd.
The underdog story.
Like I said, I'm just seeing what I can do because I got 26 minutes. There's not a good reason for me to start a new map on stream.
Right.
That takes away all of my money. No, I need that money.
Oh no. Gotta keep that money.
I need these jerks to get out of the center.
So how do they get out?
In either of the warps.
Oh, I see them. Sorry.
Yeah, but while they're in there, they're not paying my wall any money. And it's not going up in value.
That is a bit of a problem.
That's a good chunk of money. 2,000 almost. And she's gonna start upgrading this area. I have another area I need to dodge somehow.
Piccolo asking, why didn't you dodge?
Yeah, that's fair. Nope, you're not out either. I mean, I'm at least surviving still, which is all I can really say.
Hey, better than what I would probably. I would probably immediately get myself, like, taken out because I didn't read something fully.
Oh, I wanted to go in the center. Safer there. If I get some stock, I can use the potions. Oh, Mog's finally getting out.
Finally, Mog, go land on Haru's property.
I mean, Mog will go that way. Unless Mog rolls a 1, I suppose. Then Mog might try his luck the other way. Just gonna big buy that? You could. Give you the monopoly in the area. Yep.
Oh.
So, there's only one property on the bottom half of this map Yellow doesn't own.
Oh boy. Okay, Aerith is somehow a property tycoon. I don't remember that being in her Final Fantasy VII lore.
And unfortunately, she's gonna beat me over here. So the best move I can do is this one. Nope, you're still not out. Yep, ice over my big property. Log, you realize if you hit that, you'd increase my value by 20%, right? Well, not amazing, but hey, she paid instead of me.
That's good. Okay, what was the starting of this game?
Hmm?
The starting amount.
2,500, I think.
So she needs 25,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
my wall's finally gonna start paying. It's at 690 right now. I needed it to finish giving me money. All right, here comes a lot of danger.
You are the danger.
Yeah, she's doing it again.
Oh no.
Why are you going this way, Jesse? It's a longer route and more dangerous.
Gamba?
Oh, she's coming over here to break up the monopoly.
Ah.
The computers do hate when someone owns all the properties in an area. All right, 570 until I
make the computers angry. That's funny.
Yep. Thankfully, they don't only do that to you. They do like breaking up yours more than each other's, though.
That's fair. Well, it's not fair, but yeah. Computers gotta stick together, right?
All right. All right. Anything but a 3. Anything but a 3. Damn it. Now I'm going into the loop.
Oh,
I didn't want to be in there now.
no.
I just passed everything. I wanted to pass go. Luckily, none of the rent in here is super high.
That's good.
Grab 20 stocks from each person the best. I should have sold all my stocks.
Mm.
All right, roll a 4. If a 4
Is a
would
1 a 4?
Well, 3 next turn ends this game still, I think. I know, Aerith might pass the bank. So the biggest one in there is based off 10% of your value. So you saw it previously at 600 or 800 because Mog and Jesse were in there. It's gonna be 200 for me because I'm only worth $2,000. I'm worth less than I started this game with.
Oh no. Haru.
But hey, 440 now.
Hey.
Like I said, that thing pays for itself pretty quickly after the fact. Three, 4, 5. Alright, let's get out of here. I just need to not roll a 1 next turn.
Don't roll a 1.
Alright, this is gonna get interesting.
You weren't trapped in there for very long.
No. Like I said, the first roll usually decides stuff. Okay, so that's not a given. That's fine. Except you're about to pay a ton. just had enough money to go pay for that. I just want to level up again. Oh, you did me a favor. I can roll a 1. Mog protected me.
Good job, Mog. Good guy, Mog.
Well, it's end on holiday as well.
Oh.
We might make it to the bank again.
Let's go. Come on.
Drain MP.
Oh.
Hey, Helia. Helia.
Hi, Helia.
How you doing?
Welcome in,
I didn't
Raiders.
greet you all the way I've been going. Hi, my name is Haru, and it's nice to meet you. Hi, Funko Logan. Hi, Tasamaru. Hi, Eason Gamer. Hi, Ball Clay. Hi, Frame Eater. Hi, Helia. Oh, Dinner as well. Hi, Dinner.
Welcome in, everyone.
You two weren't doing Zelda. You were doing Mario Party
Overwatch.
5, right? Oh, you switched over to Overwatch? Hi, Dinner. Hi, Annie. Oh, you did the shout out. Hi,
Yeah.
Bamba Bamba. Appreciate you rating in. But I hope you're doing super duper well. Hope you had a lot of fun with your stream.
Whoa.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Ryu.
That was so
Mario
kind
Party
of
crashed
you.
on you, so you played gun games instead.
That's fair.
Message of you being normal and nice.
I need to
So
know.
lovely.
Helia, Dinner, do you play Marvel Rivals at all?
But lovely seeing you both. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I am
the hype!
part of the Retro Gamers Club raid train right now. So I've actually got about 13 minutes left to my stream, unfortunately. I am showcasing a game called Itadaki Street. But for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Haru. I'm a non-binary variety streamer. I do a lot of randomizers and roguelikes, especially of Zelda and Pokemon, and a lot of retro games and indie games. But mostly we're just about having fun and spreading good vibes. But for anyone that doesn't know Itadaki Street, because our raid train's about showcasing games we love that a lot of people don't know, it is basically Monopoly with a lot more stuff going on. Basically, if you like Monopoly at all, you should definitely check this out, because it's Monopoly but fun. We're in this super crazy mode of everything. But we can go multiple directions on the map. We have a stock system. We can invest in stuff without owning them all. But just having fun with everything. And thank you, Dinner. I hope you get some amazing sleep. Always lovely to see you. Thank you so much for rating in.
Get some good eat.
We will be passing on to someone else soon, but we're on the early parts of a raid train, so always appreciate people coming in and helping with that, too. You're making it more dangerous again. I just want to survive. Thank you for the lurk. No problem. You seen this before and appreciate it? Nice. Yeah, like I said, I love this game. I'm so happy to be taking a chance to showcasing it, and that a bunch of people seem to be excited about it. Hey, Wiley. I'm at least gonna level up again. I think I'll survive, but maybe I'll die in the next couple rolls. Let's see, we're at 440 to pay for this thing. Thank you, Vivi.
Oh, my plan didn't work.
Noel now. Yeah, we've just been having a lot of fun with this. I think I have V excited about this game at least.
You do.
My property, you could have paid me. Instead, it's closed.
You're on holiday.
I am. Oh, it's all good. I will. Thank you so much for trusting me with your communities. Like I said, we're part of a raid train, so we're going to be raiding out pretty soon. But it's always lovely to see you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Get some amazing sleep. Thank you so much, Boogeyman. Thank you, everyone, for the gift subs. Thank you here. Really appreciate it. Oh, you hit Baconic. Fellow B4 member.
Oh, nice.
See, I get to level. Yeah, if I didn't have the holiday, I might have been able to pass Smog. I have a small plan going on.
It's not about the size of the plan.
I just lowered it in the area here. Whatever. I won't aim that properly. We're going to slot a bunch of potions next turn and try to come back. If I get super lucky with everything, I might be able to sneak out a second place still. I still might be able to get third. That being said, I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. Let's see if I can actually get this game finished in time. So volume's going down for y'all because I'm about to unlock the frames and make this go a lot faster. I've got 8 minutes to try to finish this, so my only hope is go fast.
Or Obi-Wan Kenobi.
But yeah. So I get money per stock, 2 or 5. I've got 140 stock or so. So that's 300. Roll well. Woot, I got them. That's another 300.
Nice.
I'm up to 3,800 now.
Yay!
Oh, never mind. We're going to end this anyways. Check out current area. Stocks are 20% up.
Hi, Wiley.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah, I hope you recover soon, Wiley.
We hit that spot again.
Oh, no. Wait. Good spot or bad spot?
No, the high value one. So we're done.
Oh.
I think I technically survived this with $32 of value left. The next time I hit a property, this is over.
Well, hey, you survived.
Yeah, if I stop
And-
speeding it up, I will just survive.
And it's almost like a perfect time for the raid, too.
So when you hit the value, you have to get back to the bank. On Fortune Street in the PS4 one, if you level up and that puts you over, you'll instantly win. But on this version, even if you level up and get the value, you have to get back to the bank with the value.
Ah.
Mog, I need you to roll a 0.
How does that happen?
It doesn't.
Oh, got it.
Hype train has ended. We've reached level 3. We got a
Yay.
new remote. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
All right. I need to roll a 1 or a 5 to survive. Nope. Fat Chocobo, can we at least get something funny going on? 5 gold per stock. I have 0 stock. Oh, it's on holiday. I still survive.
Oh, you survived.
This is so dumb. I literally can't come back. I have no money. But can I survive until she goes out? That is the question.
Seeing that 8 was insane. I did not like that.
All right. I need a 3 to survive. Because I got nothing in here.
Come on, big 3.
Oh, no, this will actually work.
Oh?
This is a safe spot. And I could actually potentially earn money because I'll get 20% of rent for the next round. So if Jesse rolls a 1, I will actually have like $800.
Oh, nice.
Nope, Jesse got that instead. All right, we got 3 minutes. I need to turn this back up. No unpaid rent. Ooh, I have $300. I might survive.
Yay!
Wait, I ended on another safe spot.
Haru is
Woot! I survived to the end. Wait, no, wrong character. Never mind. Aaron has to get there. I got them confused.
Celebrated a little too early.
Yeah, a little too early. Now I survived to the end.
There you go. Also, hi, Gold Wolf.
See, I got hit the first time. I was in decent range with everyone else. And then I almost got destroyed. And then I was climbing back up. And then I got destroyed again.
Yeah.
Hi, Gold Wolf.
Aerith just... Whoa. Aerith invested in Bitcoin at the right time. All right, Sal, have a good batch.
Yep. We're going to be raiding into the next one. The raid message is going to be this. Looks like JP's going to be playing Maximo Ghosts to Glory. Got 1 more minute before the raid still, but I hope everyone had a lot of fun with this. I hope I interested some of you in this game. Like I said, this is a game I absolutely adore. I've played a lot of. This was such a dumb way to end it, but hey. It works. We finished it just in time, and I didn't die. I'll take it. Okay, Night Helm. Yep, Night Helm. I'm making sure I wasn't sending it the wrong place. The scariest part about the raid train is you accidentally send it somewhere.
Right.
It's not supposed to go. But I appreciate all the raids from everyone. I had a blast with this. I will be back tomorrow night doing something. I will figure out what. And with that, I hope you all have a good one. Say hi, JP. Lots of messages, lots of fun. I will see you around. Bye
Did you get the
bye.
raid message?
Yeah, I do have the raid message.
All right, good.
This again. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.